Okay, I think we got everything rolling here. Hi guys, it's
Hi,
Brad
I'm Krista.
from the Big Family Homestead, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We were going to, well, maybe you don't know us, and if you don't know us because you're watching this video at a later time and it's not in the middle of 2017, I'm Brad and Krista. I'm not Krista, but she's Krista.
He's Brad. I'm Krista.
Right. And we're in the process of moving. We have a homestead that is like a small homestead, 1 acre, and we've got 7 kids, and we used to have chickens and bees and a cow and goats and rabbits and a big garden and a fruit orchard, all on this one chunk of property. Well, one thing leads to another, and we're not going to be here anymore.
No.
So we're not going to tell you about the whole story because there's a billion of that.
As of Monday, we will be on our way to Wisconsin.
So that to say that usually on Fridays we try to do a cooking video, and it's just not going to happen today.
No.
We pick up the truck tomorrow. We're going to get a Penske truck. And so I figured, we've been doing these cooking videos, Mama, and while we give bits and pieces of information, we've never really explained why we have chosen to do Thrive.
That's true.
But in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and share with you guys our personal experience with it, what we're doing with it, and what it is, what it's not.
Right.
And we got a list, people. We got a list.
You bring your lists.
I like lists. Lists get things done.
Do they? Do they really?
In my world, they do. You don't have lists, nothing's getting done. I'm just teasing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'm so done with this packing, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate it.
So here's the thing too. If you want to ask a question, please feel free to ask a question. We'll try to get to as many of them as we can. But I guess what we should start out by saying is, what is Thrive Life? What is it?
Well, Thrive Life is a freeze-dried food company. They take meats and vegetables and fruits and they freeze-dry them. They make mixes, like they do have muffin mixes and bread mixes and things like that. But the majority of what they do is freeze-dried food for long-term storage.
But
that's not the only reason you have freeze-dried food.
No, and that's the thing, is that's how one of the reasons why we initially got into it.
Right.
We are friends with Bill and Elizabeth over the Tiny House Prepper channel, and his son, Barry, he said, Brad, I know you're not into doing this kind of business, things like these, but my dad does this thing called Thrive Life, and I think you would do really, really good at it. And I didn't want to disrespect my friend Barry, because I just automatically in my mind I had dismissed it.
Yeah, because we had never had freeze-dried food before, and we thought,
and have no desire to be in any kind of network marketing anything.
No, we were not interested in that in any way.
Right. And
however,
so after talking with Bill, he's just like, look, if you're interested in doing this, I'll send you some stuff for you to taste, to test. Because it sounded good. I mean, it sounded really good. It sounded like, well, you can make a little extra money on the side. This sounded like a pretty good deal. But I told him flat out, I will not try to sell or promote a product that we do not 100% love.
Right. That is true.
That'd be probably the fastest way to kill your YouTube channel.
And lose a ton of friends.
Yeah. So we actually had no desire to get into it at all. But then he mailed us some goodies, and basically we started trying these products, and within moments we were hooked. But let's go back now and talk a little bit more about what it actually is and what it's not.
Okay.
What's cool about, you mentioned that it's freeze-dried food.
Yes, it is freeze-dried food.
What this is not is anything except corn.
Right.
This is just
Oop, focus.
Corn. Corn. And this is one of the huge things that attracted us to Thrive.
Yes.
It's just single word ingredients for a lot of it. Some of them are mixes and things.
Right.
Some of them are blends.
Right.
But you know what's in the tomato powder? You know what's in there?
Tomatoes.
Just tomatoes.
And I love this because and I wish we had smell-o-vision, but look at that. It's just ground up tomatoes. Look at that.
It's powder. That makes a wicked, like tortilla soup, just like that.
Oh, we have to try that. We haven't done that yet.
Actually, we did a long time ago.
Did we? Oh, yeah, that's right. We did. I forgot. Yeah.
But that's why it's important for you to know what it's not. Because a lot of other, companies that are making food that's storable food, it's blends, it's mixes. And while you can get that if you want like a chicken Alfredo or whatever.
Right. Thrive Life does have express meals that are mixes that have more ingredients than.
Yeah, but for us, the huge attraction was, you know what? These onions.
It's just onions.
They're just onions. And by the way, I don't cut onions anymore.
No, we don't.
We don't cut vegetables anymore.
Nope.
So that's what it is and what it's not. Now, the thing is this. Unexpected things that we discovered as we started to try to get into it, and we're like, should we really jump into this? This, let's really analyze what it is that we want to do. Right. Our daughter Grace, many of you know, she's got cerebral palsy, and she's got a lot of issues. She eats through a G-tube, which means the food is pumped directly into her stomach. And so when we had our goat and our cow, she was getting whole nutrition there.
Whole raw milk from our goats and our cow.
And so all about at this same time, we started looking at Thrive Life foods and going, wait a minute, we can start making blends of foods for Grace to supplement those things, like more proteins or more this or more that.
Exactly.
And we're like, this is perfect.
It is perfect because what you can do is you can take this just chicken and, salt. Sorry, this one has two ingredients. It's chicken and salt as a preservative.
That was unopened.
Oh, fudge. Well, you can take this chicken and put it in a blender with your
corn,
with your onions, if so desired, maybe some chili peppers, and you grind it. You can tailor the recipe to whatever you want, and you can blend it to a powder, add it to your milk, which is a perfect food. And then she can have it into her G-tube.
That way she
has a very healthy meal.
Yeah. That way it gets pumped directly through her G-tube, but now she's getting access to all of these other foods that are not accessible to us.
Exactly.
And so the health of our daughter Grace was one of the huge reasons why we were like, we should probably really look into this a lot more. And so folks that have eating disorders or issues with G-tubes, this is a perfect solution where you can custom tailor your needs to the needs of the person.
Exactly.
And it's not like, because what the doctors have been doing for her right now is Pediasure. And Pediasure is Pediasure. There's a lot of chemicals in there. There's a lot of sugar that does not need to be in there.
Exactly.
And so this way, you guys may know somebody who's got a feeding issue or a G-tube, or you may suggest it to them and say, look, hey, this is a way that you can custom tailor your food to their needs.
Right.
JM.
I will talk to you.
Restate.
Yes. JM is asking, do you have a starter pack? There is.
There's a few.
Yeah, there is a few on the website. They are like, what are they calling them? I forgot.
I think they're calling them the Smart Start.
That's it, Smart Starts. And they have a pulled pork one, they have a ground beef one, and then they have a chicken one. It comes with all of the ingredients
to make several recipes.
To make several recipes. They come in the pantry size cans so that you can try it out. Then it also comes with recipes that you can use with all of those foods that come in that one box. It is a great way to it's a great way to get to know how how Thrive Life foods work.
Right. And by the way, if any of you guys are interested in looking at this for yourselves or for somebody else, there are links down below. And just in full disclosure, it does benefit our family.
Yes, it does.
So like if you purchase something through our link, we get a percentage, and we're very, very grateful. And we're going to talk about that later, because there might be folks out there who want to have a side business, and it's doing very well for us.
Yes, yes.
But we'll talk about that later. So, but summing up, when it comes to our daughter, Grace, health was huge.
Yeah, it was
Tina
huge.
G though is asking, is shipping more to Canada? Yes.
It is a little bit.
However, there's a program that they just started that if you become a preferred customer, which is brand new, all of the foods that are freeze-dried, if you spend $100 or more, no shipping.
Right, on the preferred items, which are all of the freeze-dried items.
The canning Nana, I'm signing up under Linda's Pantry. That's funny because we've been talking to her forever and being like, Linda, you got to try this stuff. And then she was skeptical, just like we were.
Right.
So we sent her some, and she signed up under us just the other day.
She did. Yep.
Yeah.
Super excited about that.
Have you tried any of the simple plate meals yet, Danny69? No,
yet.
Because they haven't we can't get them yet. We can now.
Right. We can now. We just haven't, with our move, we just haven't been able to.
And besides, why do we not have stuff sent here and then we're just going to have to move it before we can even use it?
Right. Then we don't want to order it and do it here. We're just going to wait until we get there and then try them out.
Well, and to add to that, we did make a big order of stuff that's going to be delivered to our new location.
Yes.
So we're going to have all kinds of goodies to try out. Any questions before we move on to our next reason?
Isn't that half off shipping for Canada? Baker Mom, I'm not sure. Because
we don't live there, so it was not something that was high on our priority list to learn.
I will try and find out.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Right.
So daughter Grace, that was priority one for us. But then as we started using the Thrive Life product, because like I said, initially we were what you would call preppers. And so we thought we'll just put it on the shelf and that'll be great. But then when we started realizing, wait a minute, we can use this with Grace. Oh my gosh, this is huge. For people with special needs, it's huge.
Yeah.
And then when we started using it, it was like, wait a minute, this has become all kinds of convenient.
Yes, it has. There's another health thing that.
Oh, you want to add something to it?
I do. Okay. I do. Because I was talking to one of our consultants that signed up under us, and this is an issue that this is something that she is approaching. And I think it is a most fantastic idea. And it's for folks who have digestion issues and they want to have healthy foods and not have garbage from the hospital. Oh, yeah. Okay. Make a really healthy bone broth. And then take your chicken.
Take a little bit of corn.
Take a chicken. Take your corn. Take your onions. Take your tomato powder. Add what you would like to that bone broth, and you have an amazing, healthful soup. And I think that is. Yeah. Sorry, I've got chills on that one.
Just think of all the people that can use this and would benefit them on a healthy level. Now, another thing too, guys, before we go real far. Hey, homesteaders. Hey, Debbie Chun.
Hey, Debbie.
The thing about this stuff is that it's very, very well labeled. Every product, there's listings of every product. And it goes into the nth degree of what's in it, what's not in it. If it's produced at a factory with tree nuts, where it was produced in the world, because some are Debbie Chun. Thank you so much. She's always a blessing. But yeah, for lighting, that's a joke. But she got me thrown off now. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Most of the products are organic. Not all are.
Right.
And they are mostly non-GMO.
Yes.
Not all are, but they are labeled very clearly. And you can get a list of that. Actually, if anybody's interested, I'll be happy to send you a list of every product they make and with the whole chart that says everything about every allergy you could imagine.
Yep.
And where it came from and all that stuff.
Right.
So, Brad, is the product loaded with salt, sugar, as many processed foods are? Old Alabama Garden? No.
No. No, they are not. The chicken is the one with salt, and it has.
But you can get it without.
Yeah, you can get. The chopped chicken is just chicken. This one is a seasoned chicken, and it does have salt. It does have 350 milligrams per half a cup.
But you don't have to get that.
No, you do not have to get that.
For the green peppers, for example, it's just green peppers.
Right. There's no salt.
Nothing.
There's loads of them that don't have any ingredients. And if you look on the website,
it's very clearly
and you're
marked.
looking on a specific product, there's a tab underneath the product picture where you can look at the label, and it shows you all of the ingredients.
Yep.
There was another question I wanted to answer.
Was it before Old Alabama Gardener's question?
Keep going.
We're scrolling.
This one. Wait, is it this one? Keep going up a little bit more, because I think that question did get answered by another viewer. Yeah.
How does Grace use it? I have a friend with a son with a G2. We explained you can grind these foods up into a powder very easily, and then you just liquefy them to the right consistency, the right viscosity that will go through their tube.
Right. I would suggest if you're using any kind of fruit like strawberries, blackberries, that you strain it after you add to the liquid, because those seeds, even the strawberry seeds, those teeny tiny strawberry seeds, get stuck in the G tube. It was really difficult that one.
And you can do that separate too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you might not even want to add that into your mix. It's perfect for however you want.
Right.
Okay, we're scrolling back down.
Debbie wants to know where she can get samples.
Claire's already handled that.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Claire is on this. This is a little off topic, but Mama Christa, will you be making orange soap soon?
I will be making orange soap soon after we move and get my soap system set up.
We have a great place for.
I have a great place that I want to set it up in, and so that way I don't have to set it out and clean it up every time I want to make soap. It's just there.
We want it set up.
I want a dedicated space for it. So yes, we will be making it.
Okay. Do you sometimes try a cup of cold food that Grace eats? Yes. We've tried the Pediasure that she gets from the doctor, which is loaded with sugar and way too much nonsense. But when we make these things up, when we grind up, and we're doing them more and more, we taste them, and usually we're surprised. It's like you expect for it to be like disgusting.
Yeah, right, because of all of the different ingredients blended up. Yeah.
But the benefit for Grace is she doesn't taste it anyway.
Right, right.
It wouldn't matter.
There's another question.
Okay.
Oh, Mike, I suppose you'll be growing your own food on the farm. Yes, we will.
But this is still huge. And here, that's another. We were wanting to talk about convenience. For example, to grow mushrooms is a pain in the booty. There's a lot that goes into growing mushrooms, and the yields you get are hit and miss and stuff like that.
Right. So this is just to fill in the gap.
So for us to grab a can of mushrooms that'll last us 6 months, that's a no-brainer.
Right.
I'm not going to fight with it in the garden.
No.
I'm not going to try to. It wouldn't even be in the garden, but I'm not going to try and fight with doing that. Now there are things that are very easy to grow.
Tomatoes.
Right. But the zone we're moving to is very cold.
Yes,
it's going to be 3B. And so, there's things that are going to be hard to grow down there, or up there rather, and things that will not. So we're going to find an equilibrium of where we're happy with, this product, that product, and then supplement with fresh from our own. But there are things that are just super convenient, like the onions.
Oh my gosh.
I don't cut onions anymore.
No, well.
Claire says she doesn't cut onions.
Claire did cut onions the majority of the time. However, you cut onions as well, and I cut onions as well. This eliminated that, and these are really inexpensive.
They are inexpensive.
For what you get. I mean, this pantry size can, it says 8 half-cup servings. I don't use a
We
half
don't use
cup.
much at all.
We use maybe a couple of tablespoons whenever we make, whenever we use the onions.
Melissa Green asks, if for some reason you don't like a certain product, can you return it? I am not 100% certain on that, but I believe you can. You can say, I don't care for this, and they will refund your money.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me. Don't be filled with rage and hatred and malice and bitterness if I'm not exactly 100% on that.
Captain Jesse asked if Grace tasted the liquefied food.
No.
She probably would taste it if she burped, but she can't take anything through her mouth because of the way she swallows. Her swallow is not coordinated enough right now.
The problem, guys, is that, well, not to get into crazy stuff, but when she was born, they intubated her, and so it shaped the roof of her mouth like this instead of like this. So she can't get suction in her mouth. So what happens is when she tries to eat, she gags on it a little bit and she sucks it into her lungs. Yeah. Then she gets pneumonia. Not good. Right. So, okay, continuing on with convenience. Another thing that I really, really like about the Thrive stuff is that all I do, if I'm like, I just want some chilies. I want some green chilies. And instead of going to the store and buying a few and then half of it gets wasted, I just go scoop off a little bit of what I want and I'm done. It's just done. Those smell so good.
They smell so good.
I'm in. Mike said I can come out of retirement. I'll tell you what, JM, you better sign up under us.
That's right.
Oh, sister. You're going to love this stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of convenience, I don't have to stock a lot of stuff on the shelves to have a wide palette of flavors.
Oh my goodness. The amount of things that you can make with just
a small amount.
Okay, with the Smart Start. Okay, with the Smart Start kits. What?
Well done. Yeah.
Sorry, threw me there. When you get the Smart Start kit, or if you get the Smart Start kit, there comes 9 cans in that box, right? 9 of these pantry cans. They're all different, and you can make
so many different things.
They come with, I think, 4 recipes, but the amount of recipes that you can make with it is
for instance,
really long.
For instance, here is
I want to try those.
instant refried beans. Now, of course, you can have refried beans as a side. You can put them in your tacos. You can put them in your quesadillas. And what?
Nothing. Keep going.
It's fast. Boom, boom, boom. Done. And it has expanded our palate because I'm constantly coming up with weird ideas for new recipes. For example, this morning, we were talking about doing a live cooking show today, but then we got overwhelmed with all the stuff we've got to do. But I was like, honey, because we want to tinker around with the idea of quesadillas. And I thought, I got an idea. Because, I mean, everybody's had regular quesadillas.
And we've done pizzadillas.
I just thought, what about cheeseburger quesadillas? Because you got the Thrive ground beef chunks. You got your cheese. You can put down your tomatoes. You can put down everything that you would have on a cheeseburger as a quesadilla. Yeah. And so...
It sounds so good.
But this kind of thing, guys, allows you to go, yeah, I'll try that. Just grab a little of this, grab a little of that. Right. And so convenience, it's amazing.
Right. The reason I laughed a minute ago was because I wanted to see what was in these refried beans. It's just pinto beans.
Just beans.
And it just struck me as funny because, you look at the can of refried beans and there's 50 ingredients. Yeah. Well, not really. I'm exaggerating, but...
Misha's got her Smart Start coming today.
Oh, good. Which one did you get?
So, continuing on, another thing... Oh, by the way, I did a little studying today, and I cannot believe this, but I read 4 different studies done by different independent groups on the waste. How much food is wasted in the United States, and they say, on average, about 40% goes in the trash.
So sad.
And this helps eliminate that because you're not buying... a 3-pack of bell peppers when you only really needed 1. You stick the other 2 in the fridge, forget about them because it's not a recipe you're dealing with.
Right.
You find a science experiment in the back 3 weeks later.
Ugh. Gross.
You know?
We've had it happen. Trust me, guys. It has happened.
But it's 40%.
Yeah.
That actually makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Think about how much that could do for people around the world.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And people, never mind.
Yeah. Another reason why I was shocked, and you're going to have to go with me on this, because as I talk about it, you're not going to believe me at first, because I didn't believe me at first.
You didn't believe yourself?
Well, no, okay. I didn't believe the
the
information at first, and that is, it's healthier than the stuff you get fresh at the store.
Yep.
It's healthy. I'm going to say it again, and then I'm going to explain why. This Thrive Life corn is healthier than the stuff you buy at the store that's fresh, or the apples, or the peaches, or the strawberries. And here's why. The way that traditionally big agra works with, when they get a product, when the farmer picks the corn, okay, then what happens is it's trucked somewhere, and then it's put into cold storage. It's put in cold storage, maybe even up to a year or even longer, depending on what it is. So in that time, it's deteriorating slowly, but it's deteriorating.
Right.
Then they put it on a truck, and it gets to your store, and then it could be sitting on the shelf for a week or longer, and then you finally buy it, and that's what we're calling fresh, right? Now, the way that it works with Thrive is drastically different. Same farmer picks the same corn goes immediately to the Thrive Life freeze drying facility. Okay, now what that means, that it's a huge difference. So instead of going into cold storage, it's freeze dried right then, which means it's never heated.
Right.
So it no longer deteriorates. It's at its peak freshness right then.
Yep.
So if I never opened up,
well, and it's not heated.
Right.
It's not heated, so that it doesn't lose any nutritional value. It's frozen and then dried. And
so if I never opened up this can of refried beans, it's going to be as fresh as the day that they picked it 25 years from now.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Some of them don't last quite that long.
There's charts for it.
Yeah, there are charts for that. But the majority of them do last that long. Like the peanut butter or the peanut flour, that lasts 5 years.
Yep.
So, but still, 5 years, guys. 5 years. That's
amazing. So that also goes back to the not wasting your food. You're not going to be wasting it because you're not buying a bunch and then it's going bad in the fridge. Okay? So for us, the health benefit, not only for our daughter Grace, but the health benefit for us was huge.
Right.
And you talk about these two, Mama.
Oh, the variety and the taste. Okay. Well, variety, that's a given, is because there are so many products that are out there in Thrive Life. There's
everything from honey crystals to butter to
they have shortening powder, which I don't know if I'll ever use the shortening powder, but
all kinds of mangoes and strawberries and yogurt.
Oh yeah, the yogurt bites. Yum.
Yeah.
The taste. Well, okay. The variety, there is a ton of variety. So if you don't like certain things, just don't buy those certain things. Pick and choose what you do like, what you do want to fill your pantry with, and get those things.
And then expand here and there.
Exactly. Expand your palate a little bit. Quick question.
Denise.
Yes. How long do they last once they are opened?
A few of them are different, which, go ahead.
Okay. The majority of the products they will last a year on your shelf after you've opened it. Then there are 3 products. Now there's 3 specifically that will only last 2 weeks after you open them.
The reason for that is they have a higher fat content.
Right. And those items are the turkey, the ham, and the pulled pork. They only last 2 weeks after you've opened it. Some of them last 9 months, but the majority is a year.
Yep. And there's charts for all that stuff. So if you're like, hey, I really like refried beans, how long is it going to last? These will last a year after you open them.
Yes.
Do they have Amy tea? And here's the thing, guys. all of the foods are labeled very, very well.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, one of our good customers runs she's a dietitian.
Right, a health and wellness center.
And she loves this stuff because it's so well labeled.
Right.
And people that have celiac, they can eat a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes it easy for, especially for people. Okay, now here's another one. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting backed up because I'm thinking of all the different ways you can use this. And she mentioned that, she travels a lot and she can't find healthy food on the road.
Right.
And so she was like, well, this is it. I'll just bag up what I want. I'll bring a rice cooker with me.
A small little rice cooker. And she puts all of the ingredients in there and sets the timer. When she gets back from her job, her food is ready.
Yep.
She doesn't have to go and eat these dreadful restaurant meals that are loaded with sodium and chemicals. Then she can have exactly what her body needs. So.
Space Cat is asking, with Thrive Life, can you make your children frozen popsicles?
Yes.
Smoothies.
Yeah.
Smoothies are great. Any of the fruit stuff is delicious.
Yeah. Diane, can you vacuum seal those meats after opening it to make it last longer? Yes, you can. However, I would still recommend putting it in the freezer.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know what Thrive's official position is on it. It's probably no, but yeah, you're gonna lengthen the.
Okay. Here's the thing: once you open it, and then you decide to reseal it in a mason jar,
it's going to be variable.
Yeah, the length of time is going to be reduced some, maybe a year, maybe 2. I don't know. However, I hope we don't have these cans for 25 years.
I don't think we will.
I don't think we'll have this can of onions for 25 years. I think it's going to be gone in a month. However,
yes. It will lengthen it. We don't know the official time.
Okay,
JM, do they have backpack size portions for hiking? Yes. But here's the thing, JM. You're going to make whatever mix you want.
Right.
I know JM has a vacuum sealing machine. So what you'll do is you'll go, okay, we're going to have tortilla soup. So I'm going to need a tablespoon of these tomatoes. I'm going to need some chili peppers. I'm going to need
some tomato powder,
onion, some tomato powder. And you'll portion it all out and vacuum seal it in your little bags. That way you're not carrying around
heavy
glass
jars or anything like that. Yeah.
Anything breakable.
Yep.
And that way you can make your recipes exactly how you want them.
Yeah. Yes, Diane, if you add oxygen packs to the mason jars, that will lengthen the time. Yes.
Well, and some of the fruit, once it's open, gets a little sticky after a while just because there's sugars in it. Keeping those oxygen absorbers in there helps that.
Yes.
Amy T is asking, any news on it coming to Australia? And the answer is yes. Not just yet, but
it's like
not just yet.
Something I haven't heard yet.
Well, I might have actually. I was talking to Bill, who's our upline, and he was actually having a breakfast with some of the CEOs. And he said, he was asking, when are they going to Europe? When are we getting into Great Britain? When is it happening? And let's just say they've already purchased equipment for Great Britain.
Oh, yay. That's awesome.
They've already, and by equipment, these things are the size of houses.
Yeah.
These freeze dryers. They've already purchased property.
That's awesome.
And Bill and I are talking about when we're going to make a trip to jolly old UK.
Nice.
Because he said that it's probably going to be sooner than later for Great Britain, England.
Good.
They hinted at Australia.
Woohoo! Yay.
Yep.
Yeah, I would imagine if it goes to Europe, you'll have it in Germany too, Renata. Now, wait, go back down.
JM says, I have 2 people that own outdoor stores and I want to sell them or have them sign up and say, yes. Well, and here, brand it for you. Brand it your name, Nut House Foods.
Right, there you go.
Brand it yourself.
The Bovine Avenger. Have you done any of the baked goods with or yeast?
That's funny. I came so close to opening it up yesterday, literally yesterday. But she's looking at this. Well, Mama, she bakes bread.
I'm skeptical of the breads. I really kind of am. I'm sure it will taste delicious, but I'm skeptical, and I'll have to try it when we get up and get settled up there.
I came so close because I'm looking at it, and of course it looks good on the can,
Of
right?
course, it looks delicious on the can. It looks better than my breads on the can, but is it going to taste right? You know?
You know, I'm with you on that. You know, it was really funny ironic that you would bring that up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, Thrive Life sells moisture absorbers. They're different than oxygen absorbers. They work great.
Oh,
that's great. Good.
Thank you, Chicken Stamps. I
Great
didn't know they
info.
sold those.
How about FAM? Yes, I agree, Space Cat. How about it? Okay, believe it or not, there's still more reasons that we wanted to get involved.
Yeah.
And it's fast. It's fast.
Very fast. The new simple plate meals that they are doing.
It's a brand new program.
Yeah, brand new program, but the majority of the recipes take 20 to 35 minutes to prepare.
Which is
stinking simple. I mean,
good meals.
Okay, last Friday, what did we make? We made tacos with the shredded beef.
Yep.
It took all of 5 minutes.
We tried the shredded beef by itself.
Right, and then we made it with our sazon, and then we put it on a tortilla, and it literally took 5 minutes because all you have to do is rehydrate the meat with hot water, add your seasoning, and it's ready to go.
Yep.
You know, then we made the country beef, or the country beef and
idea.
Gravy. It was this whole creation that he made.
Had mushrooms and onions and
we were eating in 10 minutes.
It takes no time at all, guys.
No time at all, guys. It really.
And for those of you out there, do I have any tinkerers, any kitchen tinkerers in the crowd? Because I'm what I would call a tinkerer, because I'm like, ooh, this would be good, and I bet that would be good in there.
My gosh,
and we gotta have a little bit of that.
I have to follow a recipe for the most part.
Okay, hold on one sec. Now, Mark is asking, and hey, Mark, how's it going, Tick? Is Thrive something you can do part-time as a business to start? And the answer is yes. And that was one of the things we're going to get to within 5 minutes. Okay. Pick me. Yeah, exactly.
They're tinkerers. Yeah.
This is designed for that.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to make you the mad scientist of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd be like, ooh, I wonder what chocolate refried beans would be like. Not that bad.
Gross.
But
no, but you could make
and you can do a small amount of something to see if you like it.
Exactly.
You don't have to go buy a bunch of something. You can be like, oh, I just want a little bit of these. Oh, these are so good. Oh my gosh. There you go. Wish you had smell-o-vision, kids.
Yeah.
These are just the green chili peppers.
Those are just green chili peppers. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so that enables you to really become that kind of tinkerer, mad scientist in the kitchen going, I wonder what we could do this. I wonder what we could do with that. And so, yeah, exactly.
Mark says that's how creatives work. We like to create things we've never heard of before.
Amen. Amen.
Very true.
And for those of you who don't know Mark, he's an excellent musician. And so a friend from a long time ago helped us out greatly in the band. Okay, so that brings us to the last reason that we chose Thrive. I mean, we've got our daughter Grace's health, we've got our convenience factor, the healthiness of the food itself, the variety, the taste blew us away.
Yeah.
The taste blew us away, and it's fast. It's lightning fast to put together delicious meals.
Yeah.
With no time.
Yeah. The waste was a big one for me too. Not having as much
all the waste.
Yeah.
And so that brings us to the final reason why we chose Thrive is the business opportunity. The business opportunity is amazing. I'm not going to go through the whole crazy pitch, but I'll say this, that if you're interested, please, there's information down below. You can contact us. You can email me directly. It's info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. And I'll repeat that again. So if you're interested in finding out more, we can do that. But the essence of it is this, guys. You don't have to buy the products and store them. You don't buy these and store them in your garage to sell them at a later date. You don't.
Right.
It's drop shipped.
Exactly. You don't have to have back stock.
You can if you want.
You can if you like, but you don't have to do that.
Everything is drop shipped unless you choose to have it where you want to put down or put your own blends together, like JM was talking about, and you can do that. But it's so easy to get started, and they provide you with all the tools you need to be successful.
Yeah.
They make it so that you get your own website. That's a small fee, but usually if you hit your marks, your progress, then it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
To set up the business was very, very affordable. The most expensive package they have 3 packages. The most expensive one they have is under $500. The cheapest one's $139. $129. And most of what you're getting is food anyway.
Exactly. It's all food. It's something that you're going to eat.
So no matter what, even if we're like, I don't like the business, we still won. We still got the food.
Exactly.
And another thing is this, guys, is that the commission structure of this company is very generous. Very generous, to say the least. Anytime somebody goes onto our website and purchases something, we get a percentage. Anytime that somebody goes onto our website and purchases something, we have what's called a party. So instead of actually having a physical, like a Tupperware party where people are buying stuff there, our party is virtual.
Right.
And so while you can do those parties physically, and we're going to, if somebody purchases something, we can put that online, we can put that into our virtual party. And so not only do we get a commission, but we also get a duplicate commission in free food.
Right, because we are the host. If we had someone else hosting, then they would get that free food benefit.
But we get the free food. So let's say that, our money commission of the month was $1,000. That means we're probably getting about $1,000 in free food.
Yeah.
So, and the percentages go up, and they're generous.
Yep.
And think about it like this, guys. All those other companies, that do this kind of thing, they have products that they're trying to get people convinced that they're a good product to buy, right? Whether it's a soap or whether it's Pampered Chef. The thing about this is it's food.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to eat it.
Everybody likes to eat food.
And it's something they have to buy again and again and again, because you're going to eat, you're going to be hungry again tomorrow. And so it's a no-brainer that if people like this food, they've tasted it, they like it, they're going to buy it again.
Right.
So it's a very easy product to sell. I mean, we don't really sell it at all. We just talk about it.
No. T-Shep is asking, is this a spinoff of the Thrive Patch business? I've never heard of that before.
I don't know what that is.
Sorry, T-Shep. I'm not sure what that is.
I think if you're talking about the Thrive Level, Level, I've seen those cars drive around. So. It's not, no, if that's that.
Yeah.
Well, and another thing towards the business side, guys, it's something that people connect to. They want their food to be healthy. They want it to be quick. They want variety. Everybody wants this stuff, and this provides that very easily. So for us, now here's the thing. This is the big question that everybody's is wondering. So I'm not going to tell you specifics, because everybody's going, well, do you really make any money with this? The answer is
yes.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes.
Oh, heck yeah.
Honestly, it depends on how hard you want to work at it.
That's true.
The harder you work at it, the more money you're going to make.
And it is not that hard to ask somebody, hey, you know what? I'm going to have, dinner for free. If you want to come over, I want to talk to you about this Thrive food. Who doesn't want to have free dinner?
Exactly.
Who doesn't want to go to a party and have some free food?
Right, exactly.
And if they don't like it, it's no big deal. They just go, there's no strings attached,
Right.
It's easy.
Right. Okay, Captain Jesse's asking, can you bake a cake with Thrive food?
Yes.
Yes, you can. They have all of the ingredients that you need to be able to make a cake. They even have a brownie mix. They do have muffin mixes. But you can
there's cobblers.
There's all kinds
Sorry,
of
I'm getting all
It's lunchtime.
happy.
It's past lunchtime.
Yeah. I had 2 pickles today. That's what I've eaten. Little ones. The little pickles.
So
I'm hungry.
Gherkins.
But, okay, back to the question that everybody's asking is, can you make money with it? And the answer is absolutely, absolutely yes. And for most people, this would provide a solid second income stream.
Yep.
Because if you give it a little bit of work every day, you're going to be surprised at how quickly you can do things. Now, I must say that it depends 100% on you. And obviously, there are no guarantees. It's just, you know, it's between you and the person buying and whether everything's lined up and they want it.
Right.
But think about it. Every person you run into is a potential customer.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Every person.
Yes.
They all got to eat.
That's right. That's right. I love what Diane just said. Food and nutrition, things we absolutely need. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys know our channel or have known us for any length of time, we try so hard to make sure that we're eating organic. We're eating not a bunch of processed nonsense.
Right.
And then when we found out about this, it was like, oh, no brainer.
Right. It is a fantastic alternative.
Yeah. Well, and what's the old saying? Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food.
Yep.
And so the business side of things, guys, it's not complicated. Navigating the website, once you learn a few basic things about your website, all you have to do is you guide people to your website. They purchase them and you get the cut. You don't have to ship it. Right. You don't have to do nothing.
Right. Okay.
You don't even have to tell them there's an order. They already know.
They already know. Okay, now Nancy's asking, can you explain the queue for people that just want to buy the food and not sign up?
They just changed it. It's no longer the queue.
No, it's called deliveries. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to have a queue to order food.
No, you can just purchase.
You can just purchase.
You don't have to sign up, Nancy.
No.
If you just want food, go buy it. Matter of fact, there's a link down below. And perfect timing. Thank you, Nancy.
And add to cart. So that's...
Yeah, they're going to encourage you to set up a queue, but you don't have to.
Right. The one thing that I think that the queue or the deliveries has scared a lot of people off is that the budget.
Yeah, and you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that. Once you get your queue completely set up, you can change that budget. So, yeah.
Meredith is asking, I've heard you can make your own baby food with Thrive Life. Yes. We actually have a video on it.
Yes, we did. We did do that.
And you must have come in a little bit later, but we have a daughter that eats through a G-tube, and it's the same idea. You make your own blends, you grind it up, and it's great.
Right.
Coco Noel, do they have jelly beans? If they did, I would have them.
No, they do not have jelly beans. Celtic Nana, is there a lot of sodium in their bouillon?
Normal.
It's a normal amount of sodium. It's not a lower sodium bouillon. But
yes, Nancy, yes, you may. Yes, you can. One thing though, just kind of a funny thing, talking about the jelly beans. I just got an email from one of the folks at the corporate office, and they were inviting me to come to a breakfast with one of their CEOs, and they were asking for questions to ask the CEOs, and I had a little, see, these people must be like, who the heck is this guy, and what is he doing? Because what I did was I said, regrettably, we can't make it. We're not going to be there. We're moving. Right. And my question was something to the effect of, when are you going to get ice cream sandwiches, like the astronaut ice cream sandwiches? Because, and I said, because if the zombie apocalypse comes, I'm going to hold you personally directly responsible if I don't have 3 or 4 cases of them on my shelf. And I didn't get an email back.
That's unbelievable, actually. She wouldn't respond.
It's fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Oh, funny.
Pam, okay, she's talking about shipping times. But summing up the business side of things, guys, if you're looking for a side business, I mean, think about this. What business can you get set up for $259 where you don't have to make a product?
Right.
You don't have to ship a product. Right. You don't have to store a product. And every person you run into is a potential client for $259. It's amazing. It's really amazing.
Right. That's funny. Captain Jesse says, Thrive Life Foods, will you hire Brad to work for you part-time?
Oh, they would have all kinds of crazy product lines.
Yes, they would. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jeanette is asking, is Thrive Life cheaper than Honeyville?
What? Time out. Tiny House Prepper says they just introduced cookies and ice cream. Yes. The zombies will not know what hit them when I've got my ice cream on the shelf. But I want to repeat that again, guys. Though the business side of things, for $259, what business can you set up where you don't make a product, you don't ship a product, you don't store a product? All of your marketing is done for you. You have your own website set up for $259, and then you just take the commissions as you sell food. I've never been a part of something that easy. Mark Rook, do you have your own website or do you use theirs? Both. When you become a consultant, you're going to purchase, it's $10 a month, the website. And then it'll be like thrivelife.com and then whatever you name your business.
Right, right.
Yeah, show me the monkey. Right. It's similar. But then when people, then you send out that, that address to your friends and family. If they purchase things, you just get the commission. Mm-hmm. You don't have to make the food. You don't have to store the food. You don't have to
any of that. Right.
But also, Mark, to answer your question, if you so desired to set up a completely separate website, call it, thriveliferocks.com. If it's available.
If it's available, then that's your website.
You could do that too. And you could be like, have articles on all the food and maybe reviews. Mm-hmm. And bunches of links that go to your Thrive site that they can purchase from. You could absolutely do that as well.
Right. TJ Miller's asking, hey, Brad, next time they ask them when they will do jalapeno peppers.
And I am shocked they don't.
I am surprised they don't.
I wonder why.
You know what I bet it is?
No, I don't.
Because of the spiciness of the jalapeno. Okay, remember when we
I don't know what you're going toward.
Okay, baby. Freeze-dried jalapenos, right? I guess it would be enclosed in a box, but when we dehydrated some jalapenos, we had to do it outside.
Well, it's different. The way their machines are is different.
Well, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, when we dehydrated jalapenos a couple of years ago, we had to take the machine outside because it was burning our eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Thrive Life Rooks.
Yes.
There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. Once I build a network, being a consultant would work. But to start, just to buy for us. But can we list you guys to get the percentage of that? Can we list us to get a percentage of that? I understand. Can you rephrase that, Joanne? Because I'm not sure I'm understanding exactly what you want, what you're asking.
I think if she signs up under us, we get a percentage of that.
If you sign up under us and you just don't want to do the business right away, everything you purchase, we still get blessed.
Right.
And then when you decide you want to do the business, go for it. Okay. Captain Jesse is 100% correct. Correct. Yes. Bingo. Bingo, bingo, yes. Bingo. Coco Noel, pepper spray.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, and then a funny thing about that, I was saving the seeds from those jalapenos.
Oh.
I dried them, remember? On a paper towel or plate. I can't remember. Well, then I was putting the seeds into an envelope, a paper envelope, right? And I used
I remember that.
I used the part where you lick the glue so you can, and I scooped up the seeds and put them in there, and then I went to lick the label shut. It was burning my tongue because just the seeds going across that glue, it was awful.
So I think we're gonna kind of sum up right now, guys, but any further questions, hit us up at info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com and we'll answer each of your questions. And for us, it's a no-brainer. We're making extra money on the side. Yep. I'll even go so far as to say this, guys. It used to be like a side thing where we made some money. It was great, awesome. Over the course of 6 months, only 6 months, we've gone from zero to Thrive is our biggest source of income.
It's our main source of income.
And I edit videos, I do all kinds of production, and it has taken the lead.
Right.
Now, you'll have a different experience, obviously, because you're in a different situation. We've got the YouTube site and all that, but one-on-one, don't undervalue the importance of a one-on-one physical party. When you're standing there and people are tasting it and they go, wow, It's a lot different than when we do it and they see it on the TV or see it on the computer. It's a heck of a lot more impacting when you put food in your mouth and you taste it. So
Right.
don't discount those as something less than, because they're not.
Right. Right.
So, all right, we're going to call it for the day, guys. But once again, the information's down there. Check into this stuff. Do yourself a favor. The market is not saturated yet. Not everybody knows about Thrive, which means the potential is still very, very enormous.
Yep.
Sorry, I got going there, didn't I?
That's okay.
I got wind him up.
He'll
go.
Yeah.
He'll wind him up.
You're a wind-up doll.
Well, she doesn't know how to press my buttons. Not my gumdrop buttons. So anyway, she knows. She knows. Next Friday, fingers crossed, maybe we can do a cooking video. I don't know. Because we're supposed to be there on Tuesday.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Come on now, baby. Come on now. Thrive train is coming. Woo-hoo! Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, you guys have an amazing day.
A grazing day.
Blah, blah, blah.
Bye.